Today we will be discussing the mystery schools. What is the mystery schools? What is occultism? What is esoteric knowledge? Okay, am I spiritual? Am I religious? Am I just out here? Okay, am I doing the right thing? Is fate against odds? Okay, I feel like there's so many questions that you have at this time, and so it was placed on my heart to go ahead and start a reading for you, just to see where you guys are and just to talk a little bit about the mystery schools and how it works from the best that I can explain it. Of course, a lot of the information is very hard to explain. However, this is just a tool, or this is just the gateway into opening the door to understanding a little bit more about it. As I speak about this, you will see more information throughout the internet, technology, your day-to-day life, work, school, okay? So it's very important that you understand how to balance both lives, okay? So your life is changing. For some of you, you've probably already been studying this for a long time. What exactly are you studying, right? Because it's such a mystery. So, but you know that there are higher worlds out there, and you know that there's things that only some that are illuminate, that are able to see, feel, and hear. Okay, so we're going to get into something very quick. What is the mystery school? So the mystery schools is pretty much where you go. It's a place that you're able to go in your mind, and it's an ascension. Okay, as we ascend to different realms, there's teachers, educators, guides, warriors, knights, mystics, wizards. Whatever is out there, they're the ones that's here to help you. Okay, now we are humans, we are on earth, so of course we are matter, right? We are animals, we're this. So these energies sometimes some of them come to earth, some of them have never transcended to earth. All right, so these are these higher worlds, and these are the people that are actually controlling. Okay, and when we say higher worlds, we're talking about the planes right above earth. Okay, we're not going all the way far up. This is more so where your spiritual journey goes when it is exiting from the body, right? So they come in all forms. Okay, you really want to be careful, because what is the mystery school? So let's give you a little bit of example. All right, some people call it walking up Jacob's ladder. So you're completely dying, or you're completely transcending from the idea of what you once was. Okay, so your perception is changing. The people, the way you view life, the way that you see things, the way that you see nature, the way that you connect with nature, the way you connect with food, the way that you connect with wellness, all of these things are changing. All right, and so now, when you take this journey can be a very lonesome journey. This journey does not require people to come with you. Okay, you are actually going on this by yourself, and then it's up to you to use the knowledge in your day-to-day to be able to, of course, raise humanity, bring heaven on earth, right? All of this is crazy what I'm speaking on, but just keep following. So here we are in the mind, okay? All right. Usually when you were a child, you most likely had imaginary friends. You spoke to yourself. You have to spend a lot of time by yourself in order to even hear, feel, or see these energies that are coming to you. Okay, these energies are here to help. Some may be so nice, some may not be that nice. I feel like you will understand the difference the more that you understand yourself. Also, too, we're understanding that there is no good and evil in this. This is just more so of being a being on this, in this realm, learning, growing as a actual spirit. Okay, so let's keep it moving. So when we're speaking on the mystery schools, all right, you always, in order for you to get to a mystery school, you have to be able to tap into the celestial side. Okay, so usually people do this when someone passes away. Okay, some people have the ability to do this at birth. Okay, and then some people are able to just kind of grow into it the older they get. Some people are scientists. Some people just understand science. Okay, some people understand religion. All right, so there's different ways, okay, of course, of how to get to these worlds. Where things become confusion is because we hit the 7 of Cups, which is you're soul searching. Now, what is soul searching? It's almost like you're the chariot, which is your car, you're on your spaceship. I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead. Yeah. So many of you may travel through these worlds through intoxication. Many of you may travel through these worlds being on a hallucinant. Okay, some type of drug, some type of substance. Now, sometimes sometimes people may take these drugs or substance in order to travel to these worlds to create their best work. So it's all about allowing your mind to travel to wherever it's going to go without any controlling, without any judgment. You just allow your mind to go and see exactly what happens when you get there. Now, because through the mind, we are transcending, we are ethers, we're transcending, okay? So it's very important that you keep your feet on the ground. That's why I tell you, if you're studying esoteric knowledge, or if you're reading, okay, if you're even when it comes down to the Bible, or whatever you believe in, whatever you're listening to, okay? It's very important that you have this information, yet you understand that you are on this planet and you still have to go to work, go to school, take care of your kids, take care of your home, do your business, worry about, savings, college, whatever the case may be that you plan to do. You have to be able to do both, okay? Some people get lost because they're not able to do both, okay? So that's why I tell people as well, when you're tapping into these mystery schools, you have to have strength, okay? You have to have a higher judgment, because your life immediately changes once you get into these energies, okay? It's called you can't even enter these schools without a certain initiation, all right? So many of you could be going through that at this time. So we are dealing with the ego, which is the astral realm, okay? And then we're dealing with the early mornings, which is the thoughts, okay? The natural karma of life, the thoughts, okay? You can also travel to these worlds in a short nap, all right? So a spiritual world, all you got to do is you and sleep and the spiritual world are unity. So every time you take a nap, every time you go to sleep for hours, you are now connected to this realm, okay? Now, what is remote may lack clarity, okay? What is remote? So you can't touch it. It's not matter. So this is literally that's happening in your mind. So if you're not careful, you can go to different worlds and you can get stuck there, and then all hell breaks loose, right? So when you're dealing with like karma, I guess the inner workings of karma, you're dealing with karmic connections are invisible point of view. Okay, karmic connections are very invisible, like I was stating, and the destiny of it is very difficult to observe. Okay, so you don't really know much about karma until karma presents itself to you with the situation, and then you have to start working through those karmas. Karmas can come from past life progression. So obviously you know about that if you've already been studying. So what happens is our soul continues to connect with these karmas coming into this life cycle, okay? So many of us pass and we go into this hangman position where you're in between worlds, okay? Then for those who ascend and go on, okay, they go on to the next world, all right? The higher worlds, wherever they're supposed to be, okay? And then at that point, you have another job. Earth is school. Earth is learning. Just like the higher world, same thing. Okay, everything is an experience. So souls connect on the terms, habits, and circumstances of life. So where you are in life is where these energies are able to connect with you on. So if you're at a very low vibrational point in your life, these are the souls that you're connecting with. If you're at a higher vibration in life, these are the souls that you're connecting with too. Now, the thing about it is the relationships with the souls is you have the ability you always have to be the free will to tap out. This is nothing that is abnormal. It's not something that, this is just what life is, right? Like this is just life, period. It was created God created this way before we even existed, okay? So this is where this is. So usually if let's say you are at a low space, right? Or you're thinking back on your life and you're like, damn, how did I get there? Because everybody starts at the ground somehow, somewhere. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care if anything was inherited to you. People, especially when you don't understand the value of inheritance, this doesn't have to result to money. This could be family. This doesn't have to result to money. This could be family. This could be relationships. This could be anything of the ordinance, right? So accepting people, places, or things while being in survival mode, I believe this or that was a necessary way of living. You have to believe that, so forgive yourself for accepting things and dealing with things through survival mode because that was the only way you knew how to survive, right? Survival is due to lack of experience, lack of education. So you're doing whatever you have to do in order to survive. So usually when you're in survival mode, because it's fight or flight, this is where those energies start to come in and start to teach you and help you and guide you to a higher ascension, so that your physical world can actually reflect to your higher world. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull on this real quick. Let me get an astro card. What is the collective? Ooh, Grand Trine, your blessings. Okay, astro chart. So we are moving through our south node, which is what we did or what the mistakes that we did not accomplish in our past life. Okay, we cannot allow those. South node is the dragon's tail, right? I think north node is the dragon's head, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, many of you are dealing with your south node and past life progressions. All right, sacrifice. Let's go. So Neptune. Okay, you're dealing with sacrifice and you're dealing with Libra's energy. All of these things that are taking place, okay, is through the third eye, is through your third house, your messages. Okay, you can see this could be holographic. Some of you could be studying this ancient knowledge. Okay, this doesn't have to necessarily be Egyptian, but it's indoctrination. It's the Bible, it's the books, it's the Kabbalion, the Quran. Okay, this is all of this information that is coming to you through messages, through spiritual messages. Okay, now here, of course, higher worlds will use you as a sacrifice. See, that's another thing too. So you could be a sacrificial lamb. Don't get caught up now. Don't get caught up now. All right, so this is down from your family tree, your roots. This is where it comes from, your actual roots, your actual family. Okay, so Neptune and sacrifice. So this is what's taking place. So a lot of things in your life at this time is being sacrificed. Okay, this is just could be down to jobs. This could be down to your whole life. Okay, it's changing. I'm also seeing too, you're the sacrifice. Okay, for some, I don't want to go there, but that's what I'm getting. So Neptune and sacrifice. What is this here? Okay, confidence is the key to your success. So being confident. All right, conclusions are within reach. So you are good enough. You have everything that you need right in front of you. Now, the sacrifice thing is you're going to have to most likely give up something, or you have to let something go. You have to change your whole life, change your whole perspective from another way of being. All right. And for some, that could be quite difficult. That could be quite difficult, especially if you're not willing to let go of everything that you once knew, everybody that you once knew of, anything that was ever taught to you. You have to completely let it go and start. Okay, don't forget thyself. You know who you are. You know who you are. That's not what we're speaking on. But we're allowing you, because Earth and the rules and the structures that were built here, it keeps you confined to where you're not able to kind of step outside of these realms and be able to go because of what? Fear, scared, control, power. Right? They want you to feel like you're not able to go get other knowledge, right? And on top of that, they'll make you look like you're crazy, right? Because they want the control and the trick and the illusion is to make sure that the world does not follow you in this direction. Why? Because you know the secrets to the world. You're learning the secrets to life. Okay, how do you keep people in lack? Control, right? So you're giving up something. Okay, I'm also feeling like some of you may have to sacrifice some people. Some people just can't go. I don't know why I just heard Hitler, but I just heard that energy. Now, that's not what we own. But I feel like whoever you are, you could be in a higher position where you may have to make a sacrifice. It doesn't have to necessarily be killing. Now, for some, if you deal with African spirituality, animals and sometimes people, places or things would use the sacrifice in order to get back to the gods and things like that. That's not the direction we're going on. However, this is just at this time in your life, you're dealing with Neptune. Neptune is sacrifice. What are you willing to do to accomplish the things that you want? All right. So let's see here. Let's put one on Neptune. Okay, so many of you are letting go of struggle. Many of you are letting go. Okay, some of you don't want to do something that is your spirit is calling you to do. You don't want to do it. Okay. Eight of Swords, but I feel like you're mentally stuck. The reason why you don't want to do it is because you don't know much about it, all right? I feel like some of you are just in, like I said, you're in school. Some of you are graduating, moving up levels. Congratulations. So now you're going to start, there's new little gifts that's going to start opening up in your life, things that you can handle now because you have the knowledge to understand it. What's the sacrifice? Okay. Yeah, Five of Cups in reverse. I'm going to put that here. I really don't do reverses first. Am I going to take that? Five of Cups in reverse. So don't feel bad about something. I don't know if you're feeling remorseful, sad. You're going to learn how not to feel bad or sad about nothing. Again, you need to spend more time with this education. I'm hearing reading, okay? Reading arithmetic, all right? So, yeah, you're understanding this. Seven of Pentacles is waiting, roots, all right? Things that are underneath the ground, underneath the surface, things that's been here for a long, think of a tree, right? So I'm hearing spending time around trees, okay? Trees is going to... Trees have been here for millions and millions of years, yet they have all the wisdom and the knowledge. All right, so what's the Five of Cups in reverse? Yeah, I'm telling you. There you go. The mystery schools. Again, this is the Hierophant. All right? Higher levels of commitment. Okay, like I said, your religion. Some of you are sacrificing that. Some of you are willing to give it up. I'm also hearing, too, lovers. Okay, I feel like you're in a love connection. Seven of Cups, and it's confusion. I feel like, too, every time you deal with certain lovers, okay, it causes collusion. It pollutes something here. Something is being polluted. All right, so I'm hearing dreams. Okay, so every time you go to sleep, okay, these are the people that's coming to help you in your dreams. I'm hearing you're going to find out about your secret lover. I did a reading on Secret Lover, and you guys should check that out. I'm going to find it and repost that for you. And it'll be available for you in a community board. But the Seven of Cups, so the mystery worlds, okay, mystery schools. All right, the lovers, and usually a lover is here to come get you and take you to, and they do this in your sleep. Okay, yep, the Fool card. So the person that you encounter the mystery schools when you're dealing with a hardship of a love situation. All right, so maybe you had to sacrifice a love situation. Okay, sacrifice a marriage, and now you're the Fool card. Okay, so not being attached to anything, you're moving around. Okay. Taking the initiative, taking those steps, doing something that you never thought you would do before, jumping off the deep end and see where it lands, okay? And as you can see here, the castle is all the way up there. So this is like hidden planet Earth. This is like every time you go to sleep, when you wake up, you're back into reality and you're waking up, and they want you to do everything. They want you to, number one, try something new, try something different. You have to be completely detached from a lot of things in order to be in the mystery school. You got to be I'm hearing like being detached from ideas, being detached from recognition, being detached from titles. Like you're needing to be detached in order, and that's what you're doing right now. That's why that's why it's a lot of sacrifice. I see a lot of you just could be giving up on a relationship that's just like no longer serving you. Yeah, it's time to detach from that. It's just time to detach. Usually how you get here is like through a hardship or some type of love situation, college, school, okay, dreams. All right, so they're telling me all the ways that you get here. I'm hearing twin flame journey. So you're going to learn about that. You're going to learn about what that really is and how it's not it's not what you think it is, okay? Because you got to stay detached, but they choose you. Chosen one, okay? That's also what I'm hearing. So dominion, the gift of foresight, being able to foresee, okay? So now what happens is people get the foresight, they see it, and then they don't know what to do with it. So then it puts them into an Eight of Swords. The Death card. So every time you're going to sleep, you're transforming. Literally. This is going to be this here is so many of you are getting ready to, your whole entire life is going to. So at this journey in your life right now, okay, you've transcended, okay? You've completely died to the thought of things. You completely died. It's no longer there anymore. That is no longer you anymore. Now, what happens is once you completely detach and you go into these journeys, okay, some of you, especially like some of you are connected with the death, okay, or connected with the other worlds, right? But there's a lot of snakes, venoms, and things like that too. I'm also hearing you could be working in the hospital field and you have a connection with people that are getting ready to go into the afterlife, all right? So that, okay, so this is what you're going through at this time. So the old way of living, thinking, breathing is dying. Many of you could be, now this is a process within itself, but think of death, right? Death brings grief. It brings misunderstanding. I'm hearing the 7 forms of, like the 7 steps to grieving is what I'm hearing. All right. This can honestly take years if you are not able to master it. All right. I'm also seeing too, some of you could be losing weight, gaining weight. Weight is constantly up and down, shredding hair, nails are brittle. Okay, because this could also be in the physical. I'm hearing a death to the way that you used to eat, a death to the way that your eating habits. I feel like now, because some of you are going to these realms and getting knowledge about health, okay, about wellness and how to take care of yourself, how to heal cancer, how to heal cysts, how to heal leukemia. Okay, this is what all of this is inspiring you to do. Now, like I said, these journeys could get very confusing because you're leaving one body and you're entering the astral world, and now you got all of these different energies here. Now you really want to be careful with the 7 of Cups, because you see how all these different energies, they can all come in at once, right? And then it causes confusion because you're in the clouds, okay? Something is very clouded, your judgment get clouded, but there's no reason to feel bad about it. Reason why is because it's almost like you're just on a chariot, like you're in the spaceship. They're just taking you to they're taking you and dropping you off to different worlds, and you're there to master it, figure it out, learn something from it. You're not meant to stay there, okay? Meaning you're not meant to stay there, but you're traveling there to understand. This is almost like jumping from one planet to one planet. I'm also hearing Wale, Matrimony, featuring Wale and Usher. This is equivalent to this here. So the confidence is the key to your success, because now that you've learned this information, you have became the Hierophant. You're able to now be the teacher, a guru, a spiritual guru, somebody that can able to, who has longevity, indoctrination, somebody that has studied the knowledge and is able to deliver it and teach it to others. Very respectful energy, okay? Very old, ancient soul. And many of you are already old, ancient souls, and that's how you're able to go ahead and do that. Now, like I said, you're dealing with some type of twin flames energies here. Pull one on the Lovers. Yeah, it's going to be hard because of your loved ones. You're working with a lot of people. Some of you may have found yourself in a love connection and you're hated. Yeah, somebody is very jealous, hateful for you. I'm also seeing too, some of you are going to be dating outside of your race, okay? I feel like these people, your lover is not going to be anything or any of what you've ever accomplished. So, yes, let's say I'm a black girl, right? But my DNA obviously can go to many different worlds, right? Our souls have been living to 300, 400, 5,000 something years. 5 of Swords is you've traveled at some point and got all of this information. Now, you just need to relax. Don't take action. Just use it into your day-to-day life. Because when you try to incorporate all of this in here, what happens is it puts you in a 9 of Swords and you're stressed out. Now, the thing about it is these energies are it's all a test. It's still school. Okay, so they will start to test you to see, okay, can you pass the next step? Are you eligible to learn the next level of knowledge? Are you able to handle the next level of knowledge? Because what happens is people get this knowledge and they get in their pride and they get in their ego and then they lose it. Why? Because it's the wonders of the world. All right. So I'm also hearing too, you're going to be finding things that's buried underneath the graves, so prehistoric graves. Okay, you'll find a lot of this information from. And then you need to understand the difference between the serpent's tongue, okay? Rudolf Steiner, if he comes to you, he's a great educator, all right, to be able to understand a little bit more in regards to the higher worlds, all right? So let me pull another oracle for you. So yes, you are on the right journey. Yes, you are doing fine, okay? You are right exactly where you need to be. Remember, these journeys are happening in the mind. They're happening in the unknown, when you're asleep, When you're not, some of you don't even know what's going on. They have a veil over your eyes. You're just getting up every day doing the same thing over and over and over again. You don't even realize why you're doing it. And then it's like when you try to stop feeding the information, or you try to stop getting the information, it just keeps pouring and pouring and pouring more in your head. And it's crazy because you're gonna have people that say, "Oh, I went on that spiritual journey. I remember when I connected with God, I went on my journey." This ain't the same thing. This ain't that. This is something that's totally different, okay? All right, so pull one. So it says, longing for home, belonging to the original light worker. Yeah, you're a light worker. And when life gets stressed out, it's okay to take a break, or they're getting ready to put you on a break anyway. All right, so you could be finding yourself leaving a job, leaving school, just taking a whole totally different pathway. All right, because life's work is not a season, so get out the treadmill. So your work, just understanding that life, yes, you're here to explore, experience the beauty that we have all created, heaven on earth, right? Or the heavens on earth, or whatever you believe in, it don't matter. The main thing is, though, just understanding that you are now a part of the mystery schools. You could have been anywhere in the world, right? But you decided to be here with me. This is part 1. We will be back for part 2. Peace and blessings to you. Take care.